lecture number 3, which is routing concept. So in this lecture, what we are going to study means there are so many things available. So I don't want to read the objectives now and waste the time. So directly we can enter into the lecture. Now, if you take a network, what are the characteristics of a network? So characteristics means there are so many things available. You can see the first characteristics is a topology. So topology means how your network is arranged. There are different types of topologies available. In the previous semester, we studied about this. Okay, star topology, ring topology, bus topology. So topology is one of the important characteristics of a network. Then the next one is going to be the speed. The speed of the network. That means we can say it is a bandwidth. Okay, so that is going to be a very important one. How fast your network is. Then cost. So cost means it is related with the money. How much you are investing for your network or how much you are spending for the devices. Then the next one is secured. Security. Your network must be secured. Okay, and security must be there. So all the security precautions you have to take it in your network. Then availability. Your network should be available always. It should work always. So whenever you need, your network should be available to you. If you take Bank Muscat network, so the Bank Muscat network is available 24 hours. So whenever you want, you can go to your ATM and you can withdraw the money. So they have availability, high availability is available. Then scalability. So what is scalability means? You can extend your network. So today I'm having 100 computers. I want to include another 50 computers I want to include in the future. Your network must support. Okay, so scalability means the extension of the network. Then reliability. So reliability is the trust. How much you can trust or how much you can rely your network. So your network must be strong enough. Okay, so that you can trust your network. So these are all different characteristics of your network. If you're going for a network, if you take our college network. So our college network, okay, there is a topology available for that. So what is the topology we are using means we are using the star topology. Then what is the speed of that network? What is the cost of that network? What are the security measures available in the college network? Okay, is the network available? Okay, always. Scalability. Okay, we have 10 labs. Another 10 labs I want to include whether the network will support it or not. So reliable. The college network is reliable or not. So these are all the characteristics of a network. So in your slides, they are not explaining each and everything. Simply they are just list out what are the points. Okay, the points are given here. So this is the first thing. Now I move on to the next one. Router. We are going to take a device, okay, called router. So after this, that means after completing some theory part, I'm going to do some practical lab I'm going to do by using the Packet Tracer software so that you can understand better. So now I'm taking the device. The name of the device is, okay, routers. Okay, router is the device. So now this device, if you see in the OSI layer, so this device is working in the layer 3. That means in the network layer. Okay, in the network layer, the device is going to work. Now you can see the router is responsible for the routing of the traffic between the networks. Now, if you see in this topology diagram, don't memorize all these things. Okay, this is the result of a command. Okay, you should not memorize all these things, but this command is important. Okay, the command is important. If you give this command, you are going to get this output. Okay, so no need to memorize all these things. Now you see, this is a router R1. So in this router, there are two networks directly connected. This is one network. You can follow the mouse. This is the first network. And then this is the second network. So there are two networks directly connected with this router. Okay, so if I want to send a packet from PC1 to PC2, if I want to send a packet, or in another way, from the first network to the second network, if I want to send a packet, so you need a router. So without the device router, you cannot send the packet from one network to another network. Okay, a router is responsible for routing of traffic. Traffic means packet between networks. So from this network to this network, you can send only by using the router. Okay, there is a command. Okay, today we are going to see this command. Okay, in the practical part. Okay, I'll show this command, how to use this command. Show IP route. This is the name of the command. So what this command, okay, or what is the use of this command means, this command is used to display, okay, this command is used to display the routing table. There is something called routing table. Okay, you can see. Okay, Cisco iOS command line interface can be used to view the routing table. I want to see the routing table of this router. Okay, so if you want to see or if you want to display the routing table, you need to give a command. What is a command means? The name of the command is called IP route. Show IP route is the command. Okay, teacher, where I have to type this command? Okay, what the command will bring, all these things we will discuss it later in the lab part. Now you can see, if I give show IP route, it is going to display. See, there are two networks available. 192.168.1.0. This is first network. 192.168.2.0. This is the second network. So two networks directly connected in this router. So this is one network. This is 192.168.1.0 network. This is 192.168.2.0 network. So two networks directly connected with the router 1. Okay, so this is what we understand from this particular slide. Now, routers are computers, or you can see the title. This is functions. Functions of a router. What are the functions of a router? Okay, so the first function we already discussed. What is the first function means? To send the packet from one network to another network. From one network to another network, if you want to send the packet, you need a router. Now, the routers are almost like a computers. It is almost like a computer. Okay, there is no keyboard, there is no mouse, there is no monitor, but the CPU, it is same. So almost a router is a computer. It's like a computer only. Now you see. Routers are specialized computers, okay, containing all these things. Everything will be available. CPU. So CPU is available in your computer, central processing unit. We can say it is a processor. Then operating system. If you take a computer, you are having Windows operating system. Same like this, here we are having an operating system. The name of the operating system is iOS. Not this iOS which is available in the Apple phones, not that. This is different iOS. Okay, so Cisco iOS, so Internet Networking Operating System. Then, so a CPU is available here. Okay, an operating system is available here. Then we are having different types of memory, same like your computers. Here also we are having different types of memories. So what are the different types of memory means? The first memory is called the RAM. Second memory is called the ROM. Third one is the NVRAM and flash. So all these things available in our computer itself. So all memory, it is available in the routers also. So a router is going to have a RAM. A router is going to have a ROM. Router is having NVRAM. Router is having flash. Okay, 4 different types of memories. Okay, a router is having. Now, RAM, it is volatile. So what is volatile, non-volatile? Volatile means it is temporary storage. That means if you switch off the power, electricity, all the data will be deleted. Okay, if you switch off the electricity, the power is switched off, the data will be deleted. That is called volatile. So volatile and non-volatile devices. So RAM is volatile, ROM non-volatile, NVRAM non-volatile, and flash non-volatile. Very good. Now, What we are going to store here? What we are going to store means, you can see there are so many things given here. Few terms you cannot understand now. Okay, you will not understand now. But once if you complete this lecture, you will understand. Okay, you can say in a RAM, okay, it will store the running operating system, IOS. Okay, the operating system which is running. Okay, then configuration files, then routing tables, ARP tables. Okay, packet buffer. Buffer means temporary data. So here everything, only the temporary data will be saved. But in the ROM, everything permanent. Okay, you can even access it. You can use it after, okay, tomorrow you can access it, or day after tomorrow you can access it. So the permanent data will be available in all these places. Okay, so you can see boot up instruction. Boot up means how to load a router, how to load a computer. That is called the boot up process. So this we are going to see in the next lecture. Then basic diagnostic software, that means to check the errors. Okay, then limited operating system, startup configuration. So what you are trying, you must understand in this stage, you have to understand in every memory a different thing will be stored. If you take ROM, okay, these are the three things will be stored. If you take a NVRAM, okay, configuration file. If you take a flash, okay, IOS and other system files. So every memory is going to hold something different. Okay, if you cannot understand now, okay, because what is configuration file, you cannot understand because you are the beginner. You are starting today only. So you cannot understand all these things. At the end of this course or end of this lecture, you may understand all this list. Now, I move to the next slide. The next slide also, you can see functions of a router. Okay, the functions of the router we continue. You can see routers use specialized ports and network interface cards. Okay, now you can see in your computer, you are having some ports. In a PC, in a personal computer, we are having some ports. What are the ports we have? We have the USB port. So USB port, you can connect any device. You can connect your pen drive. Okay, this is called the USB port. Same thing in the router also, the USB port is available. Then we have something called a network interface. This is called the LAN interface. This is to connect your network. Okay, to connect your network. Suppose if you are using, okay, a PC, you can connect your cable, RJ45 connector. You can connect the RJ45 connector here. So this is called the LAN. So this is available in both the places. That means in PC, in personal computer also you have, in your in a router also you have. Then something very important you can see here. This is called console port. What is this console, teacher? No need to worry. Today I'm going to show it in the lab part. So this is the console port. Then you can see, okay, double wide HWIC slots. So you can add something here. This is completely closed here. If you want, you can add some other interface you can add. Then flash card slots. Okay, then this is going to be the EWH1. These are all the technical terms. So what you have to understand here, there are so many different types of ports. Okay, there are different types of ports, PO or TS ports, or we can say the interface. Okay, you can see specialized ports and network interface cards to interconnect with the other networks. So what we are trying to say, a router is also like a computer. In router, we have so many ports. What are the ports? Once if you start working, you will understand. So there are so many ports available and so many network interfaces available in a router. Okay, so this is the point I want to say in this particular slide. Now, the next one is functions of a router. We continue. Router interconnects network. In the first slide, we discussed about this. In the slide number 1, yes, a router is going to connect many networks, multiple networks it is going to connect. Now you see, this is one local area network. You see in the green color, it is LAN. This is local area network. This is a local area network, and this is a local area network. So 3 local area networks I want to connect. I want to send the data from home office to central office. I want to send the data from central office to branch, from the branch to home office. So what you need routers. You can see, okay, it is rounded here. So without routers, you cannot do it. Okay, without routers, you cannot do it. So routers are very, very important. Now, you can see this is a wired router. You are having connections, wired. And this router is a wireless router. Okay, you can see there is no wire here. Okay, it is a wireless router. So it is a wired or wireless. You can use any routers to connect the networks. Okay, to connect the networks. So this point only we discussed in the slide number 1. Okay, the basic function of a router is interconnect networks. Okay, interconnect networks. Now, next one is functions of a router. We continue. Router choose best path. What is the best path, teacher? So best path means, okay, you will be having many paths. Okay, you see here. I am here. See the mouse, follow the mouse. I am here. I want to reach this network. I want to go to home office. So the router is going to choose the best path. The best path means follow the mouse. Okay, the packet will go like this. Then from here, it will go like this. This is the path 1. Okay, all of you look at the mouse carefully. So this is, okay, path 1. Then I have one more path. Okay, now I'm going for the second path. What is the second path? See the mouse. So from this router, okay, I go like this. The packet is going here. Then from this router, it is coming here. Then finally, it is reaching the destination. So there are 2 paths available. Okay, 2 paths. I want to travel from here, from Sur to Muscat. I want to travel. So there are 2 different paths available. I can go via Kuryat or I can go via Ibra. There are 2 paths available. Now, my router is going to tell which is the shortest path, which is the best path. Okay, the router is going to give it to the machines. So a router is a device which will be used for choosing the best path. Okay, which is going to choose the best path for the packet. So in the previous example, we have only 2 paths, but in some cases, 3 different paths, 4 different paths, 5 different paths. So there will be several paths available. So we have to choose. Okay, that means the user cannot choose, but the router will choose the correct, the best path for your packets. Okay, this is very, very important because next lecture, lecture number 4, we are going to talk about static routing. Lecture number 5, we are going to talk about dynamic routing. Lecture number 6, we are going to talk about RIP protocol. Okay, the next lecture, we are going to talk about OSPF. All these things, okay, only routing, selecting the best path. Okay, routing. Another 3-4 lectures, we are going to spend only for routing. Okay, see, routers use static routes and dynamic routes. Okay, dynamic routing protocols. So this is next lecture. Static routes, the next lecture we are going to discuss. Dynamic routing protocols next. So this is the 4th lecture, means this is the 5th. 5, 6, 7, dynamic routing. Now to learn about the remote networks and build their routing table. So routing table, every router will have a routing table. Every router is going to have a routing table. So using the routing table, they will choose the best path for you. Okay, see, routers use routing tables to determine, to fix the best path to send the packets. So the routers, very important. It's very important device. Okay, without routers, okay, my machine, you are seeing your machine. Okay, all the packets coming from my machine, it will come through a router to you. Because you are in a different network, I am in a different network. In between us, there are so many routers will be available. So the routers selecting the best path, okay, the packets are coming in that particular path. Then Routers encapsulate the packet and forward it to the interface indicated in the routing table. So what is encapsulation? Means adding something. Okay, you might have studied this in the last year. Encapsulating means every layer is going to add something. If you go for the transport layer, the transport layer will add port number. If you go for the network layer, the network layer is going to add the IP address. If you're going for the data link layer, the data link layer will add the MAC address. So every layer is going to add. What is encapsulation? I'm telling. So encapsulating means something will be added in your packet and it will be covered. It will be wrapped. Okay, it will be covered. That is encapsulate. So router encapsulate. It is going to add something in the packet. What is? That is the routing information. Okay, the routing information it is going to add in the packet. Okay, so a very, very important thing. No need to be worried. Don't be scared because next 3-4 lectures you are going to study about this. Only, okay, routing. So you will understand very clearly in the coming slides. Okay, now let me move on to the next one. Okay, you can see routers choose best path. Okay, what is that? Now the packet, this is one network. Okay, this is the first network and this is the second network. There are 2 networks available. Okay, actually here 3 networks. This is the third network. This is the third network. Now the packet is coming. Okay, you take, this is SUR. Are you with me? Can any one of you please confirm? Are you with me? Are you listening to me?
Yes, doctor.
Very good. Okay, now see, this is SUR. I am in SUR. I'm living here. Okay, this is my house. I want to travel to Muscat. Okay, this is my friend. I want to reach my friend. Okay, he's sitting in Muscat. Now I take my car. Okay, I'm going to take my car. So my car is the packet. My car is the packet. Now I just take my car. I started driving. Okay, this is, I know all these places I know because this is SUR. I'm living in SUR, local area network. I know everything in SUR. Okay, I know all the places in SUR. I can move like anything. Now I take my car and I'm just moving. I'm coming to the first roundabout. So this is the roundabout, okay, which is available in the SUR. Okay, that means a router. Now I'm just stuck. I got stuck here. From here, where I have to go. I don't know anything. How to move? Left, right, or straight. Okay, in which road I can travel? I don't know anything. So I'm going to ask the router. Okay, I'm going to ask the router. Now the router is having a table. It is having a table, routing table. Okay, it is clearly written. So if you want to go to Ibra, take left. If you want to go to Muscat, take right. Okay, so it is very clearly written in this routing table. I'm asking the router, I want to go to Muscat. Please help me. Now the router is going to search. Okay, it is going to search in the routing table. It is going to search in the routing table and it is finding the best path for me. Okay, now the router is telling, okay, go straight or go left or take right. So it is giving the instruction to me. Now my packet is moving to the next router. Again, in this router, again I'm going to ask, I want to go to Muscat. Okay, please help me. So there is a routing table in this router. Okay, in router 2, there is a routing table available. So this person, this routing table, okay, they are going to check there and they are going to direct. Okay, you can go left or right or straight. Now I am moving to the destination. So this is how the routers are working. Okay, so this is how the routers are working. So this is called choosing the best path. In this case, we have only one path. So things very clear. But in some cases, you will see a very complicated network will be available. Okay, now let me move to the next slide. Functions of a router. Packet forwarding methods. A router is going to forward the packets. It is going to forward the packet from one place to another place, from one network to another network. Now, in forwarding, please note down. This is a very important short answer question. Okay, what are the different packet forwarding methods used by a router? So router is using three different methods. So the first method is called process switching method. Second method is fast switching method. Third method is called Cisco Express forwarding method. There are three different methods of packet forwarding available. Okay, forwarding methods, there are three different methods available. Now you see, this is a router device. This is a router device, okay, the center part. Okay, you have CPU, we studied before the same lecture. So router is having a CPU. Router is having, okay, the memories, different types of memories. Okay, so everything is available here. Now, ingress packet means the packets are coming in. Ingress means incoming, the packets which are coming in. Then egress means exit. Okay, exit, packet going out. Now you see, I'm taking the first packet. The first packet is coming. So the first packet is asking, I want to go to a particular place. Now, in the table, this is a table. Okay, this table we told routing table. Okay, so the routing table, or they give the name FIB. What is FIB? Means forward information base. Or you can just write routing table. In every router, there is a routing table available. We already told. Now, so the table, they are going to check in the table. Okay, then based on the routing table, your router is telling, okay, you take this particular path. You go left or right, okay, or go straight, something like that. Okay, so for every packet, all the packets, okay, the router is going to check it in the table, and based on this, they are taking the decision. Okay, it will give you the best path. Okay, now in this forwarding, what are the different methods available? Now you can see, first method is called process switching method. This method we are not using nowadays. This method is not available in the routers. Okay, completely they removed. Okay, what is that? An older packet forwarding mechanism, still available for Cisco routers, but it is not very effective. It is available, but not in use. Okay, only we are using the last method now. So this method is just a forwarding mechanism, means simply it will send. Okay, it will forward. Okay, it will simply forwarding. Okay, here also they are checking the tables, routing table, but not a very effective method. Now, you go to the next one, it is fast switching method. What is that fast switching method means? This is a common packet forwarding mechanism which uses a fast switching cache. So there will be something called a cache memory to store the next op information. Okay, so they use something called cache memory. Cache memory will be always very fast. You might have studied this in computer organization. So in computer organization, okay, the cache memory concept you might have studied. So what is the use of cache memory means? It will increase the speed of your process. So a cache concept will be used here, and it is taking decision. So this method is little bit fast. But if you go for the latest method is called Cisco Express forwarding method. Actually, this is an algorithm. Express forwarding method it's a very beautiful algorithm. Okay, how it is processing, but we are not studying that. Now, this is the most recent, fastest, and preferred Cisco IOS packet forwarding mechanism. So this method is the very latest method, fast method, and it is mostly preferred method. So in this method, table entries are not packet triggered like fast switching, but change triggered. So here what is happening means there is a concept called change triggered. Okay, change triggered concept will be used. Okay, now what you have to understand means all the latest routers, they use Cisco Express forwarding mechanisms. Okay, keep this in your mind. All the latest routers, they use Cisco Express forwarding techniques to forward the packets from one network to another network. Okay, this is, if you understand, in this stage, it will be more than enough. Now, I move to the next one. You can see here, this diagram already we have seen. Okay, you can see there are 3 networks available. This is the local area network. This is a local area network, and this is a local area network. All the 3 local area networks, if I connect, it will become WAN, wide area network. So you need routers, routers, routers. So without routers, you cannot do this particular process. So router is becoming a very important device. Now, next one is default gateway. Default gateways. What is a default gateway? Okay, now, if you take a machine, you take any machine. If you take a machine, the 3 important things very important. 3 important address. If you sit in our college computer, in college computers, you can see this. What is that? A computer must have a IP address. Okay, so IP address is good. Then a computer must have a subnet mask. This already we discussed. Okay, subnet mask. Then a computer must have a default gateway. Today I'm going to show it in the lab part. Okay, in the lab part, I'm going to show it. Okay, what is this default gateway? Now you can see here, this is a machine. I'm going to give you IP address. What is IP address means? 192.168.1.110. This is the IP address. So this is a class C IP address. So now the subnet mask is going to be 255.255.255.0. Then for this machine, we have to fix the gateway. What is the gateway means? The gateway is nothing, the IP address of your router. The IP address of your router. Now, the IP address of the router is, you see, 192.168.1.1. This is the IP address of this router. So this IP address, we have to fix it here. Then only the packet will go through the routers. So in this network, look at the mouse carefully. In this network, for all the computers, the gateway will be same. So today I'm going to do that. Okay, in the lab part. So in this network, for all the machines, for all the computers, the gateway is going to be same. If you take our college network, in our college network, you can check it in all machines. Okay, the gateway is 10.75.121.133. This is the gateway for our college. 10.75.121.133. So this gateway is common for all the machines. Then only you will connect it with internet. If you don't have the gateway, your machine cannot send the data to the outside. So this is about the default gateway. So any machine you take, okay, it needs 3 things. One is the source, that means the IP address. Second one is the MAC address, subnet mask. Then the third one is going to be the default gateway. So the default gateway is the IP address of your of your router. Okay, of your router. This is the concept of default gateway. Today in the lab part, we are going to see that. Okay. Now I'm going for the next one. The next one is document network addressing. Document network addressing. So what is document network addressing means? You have to maintain a proper record. Okay, that means you have to write it clearly in a paper and you have to keep it. What is the IP address you are giving? Okay, what is IP address you are giving for a device? So completely you have to write it in a paper and you have to keep it. That is called documentation. Okay, that is called the documentation. Now you can see for this network, I make a document, a paper. So here I'm taking R1. R1 is the device, router 1. Router 1 is the device. Okay, router 1 is a device. For the router 1 device, there are 2 interfaces I'm using. Fast Ethernet 0x0, serial 0x0x0. What is this? You will understand today in the lab part. Okay, I'm fixing the IP address 198.168.1.1. And here I'm giving 192.168.2.1. So I have to write it like this. Okay, I have to write it. What is the subnet mask, right? So for router 1, these are the two IP address I'm using. For router 2, I use this two IP address. For PC1, okay, I'm using this IP address. For PC2, I'm using this IP address. So if you make a table like this and write it, this is called documentation. This is very, very useful. Okay, because if you take our college, in our college, they have this documentation. So what is this documentation means for every lab? Okay, you take any lab, F104. In F104, what are the IP address they use? What is the IP address of the first machine? What is the IP address of the teacher computer? So everything they will write it in a paper and keep it in the LRC. Okay, because in future, if any problem comes, if any new person joining, so they will use it very easily. Okay, so this is going to be, okay, a documentation. You have to document everything, IP address, what is the subnet mask, what is the default gateway, everything must be properly documented. Okay, this is about the documenting the address. Now, the next one is IP address. Now, from this part, I'm not going to teach, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it as a lab. So if I do it as a lab, okay, you can understand very easily. So we are going to enable IP. That means we are going to give the IP address for your computer. So what are the different methods available for giving the computer? Everything we are going to discuss now. Okay, now just